Thousands were killed that day. The invasion of Normandy Beach in France was a crucial battle for the Allies. They needed to regain control of the beach in order to push back the Germans and release their hold on Germany and both France. And the man who led this crucial battle was Dwight D. Eisenhower. I first learned about Eisenhower in 4th grade. We had to do a project on important military leaders, and I don't know why we were doing this project in 4th grade, but he was my assignment and I had to learn more about him. First, I learned about his early life, I learned about his military career and his presidency, and that is exactly what we're going to talk about today. We will talk about first where he grew up, and then the battles he led in World War II, and then the important accomplishments he made during his presidency. Dwight D. Eisenhower was born in Texas and raised in Abilene, Kansas. His parents were very strict and they did not believe in military things, and this is what attracted Dwight D. Eisenhower to the military. He quickly enrolled in West Point Academy, the greatest military school in the U.S., and he passed with flying colors. After he graduated, he was stationed in Texas where he met his current wife, Mamie Dow. They got married and they had a long, successful marriage all the way through his presidency. Next, I will talk about how he became a leading general for the World War II Allied forces. According to the National Park Service, Dwight D. Eisenhower first led forces in Africa, assisted by the Chief of Staff. He also led forces in the United Kingdom, and he was respected for his intellect and strategies on the battlefield. Also, he led the Normandy invasion of France, as we talked about earlier. It was a crucial battle, and he led it easily. After he led that battle, he became a 5-star general. When he became general, he marched through Germany to Berlin, where he ended the war after taking over the German forces. After the war ended, Dwight D. Eisenhower returned home and was elected President of the United States. As president, he made many accomplishments. First, he improved the infrastructure of America. He did this by introducing the interstate highway system. By introducing the interstate highway system. As you can see here, the interstate highway system was a way to connect all the major cities in the U.S. This would lead to a safer America where troops could be easily transported across the country. Eisenhower's next appointment was to introduce world peace. He wanted to make the world a safer place and did not want to cause another world war. And according to the White House, he tried to negotiate treaties with Russia and Korea. These countries were pushing for communism, and that's what Dwight D. Eisenhower wanted to stop. And despite wanting to have world peace, he also introduced the creation of hydrogen bombs in the U.S. He wanted to have these as a backup in case nuclear fallout was going to happen. And during this time period, the Cold War was also prevalent. Russia and the United States were not in good terms with each other. And thankfully, there was no battles, only harsh words. To wrap up my speech, Dwight D. Eisenhower was a great military leader. He graduated from West Point and went on to become one of the greatest leaders in the World War II. He led the Allied forces through many great battles, including Normandy. He led forces in the United Kingdom, in Africa, and in Germany. Dwight D. Eisenhower also tried to stop the communism spread over Asia. He also improved the infrastructure in the U.S., making the U.S. safer and more accessible for even the citizens. We should learn to be more like Dwight D. Eisenhower. He led a great example through his life, and we know that we should live our best lives and be the best version of ourselves. Thank you.